All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to all the brothers and the few sisters out there onto this life foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom. In the Hebrew, which means peace, unlike this place, which is not receiving any peace. They call this the United States of America. Now we're seeing the beginning of a great divide in America. In case you haven't known when I put the other video in a couple of days ago. Literally, today's Tuesday? Oh, yesterday. Oh, yes, yeah. Yesterday, Biden administration had got the pretty much the Supreme Court. I think it was 4-5, stating that take out the barbed wires at the border, which that's a win for the Biden administration. So Texas was ordered to remove the barbed wire from the border so you can let a lot of these immigrants in. But as you can clearly see, the governor of Texas ain't having that. So this is a direct a direct disorder, all right, not following orders of the government. Because when it's all said and done, Texas is the border state. So America right now, at full-fledged, is being invaded. It's been invaded. The beloved brother, Gabar did a video on it. He sent the video on the Edomite going to the border and showing how they get to this country and how organized it is, where it is a international movement that's going on, well organized, with big corporations, all owned by BlackRock, by ad, that's leading these quote unquote migrants to America, all right, to the American border. So this is technically a war at an international level, but they're not gonna say that because they made a deal with the United Nations. And this is all part of the masterful plan. Matter of fact, Lord, hold on for a second. I'm gonna go I got the book Satan, Angel Exposed, and it says what's the plan. One of it. All right, from the book Satan, Angel Exposed, page 149. It says, I'll start at the middle. By the time a member had reached grade of illumination, Melver, he learned the ultimate aims of the order: abolishing of all ordered government, abolition of private property, abolition of inheritance, of patriotism, of all religions, and abolition of the family via abomination of marriage, creation of a world government. So part of that, it says right, couple the government, private property, all right, and patriotism. Now, when you watch the film, I believe it's called Purge Forever, and it's based on Texas again, and people didn't stop purging. They continued to purge even after the order was given not to do that, because they had a notion, let's purge forever. So here you go, you have these people, and you don't know who the hell's coming on in border, which actually there's another, I'm going to get that video, I'm going to put that in there too. There's a certain individual that we just find out, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I'm gonna Google it. And they're allowing all these people to come in for what? To overthrow this government state. So Texas is going to fight off the immigrants, while the U.S. government is going to, under Biden's administration, is going to do what? Defund Texas. And henceforth, Satan's kingdom being divided. So real quick, get this out the way. Luke 11:18. I believe it's 11:18. This is 10:18. Yeah, 11:18. It says, "If Satan also be divided against himself, how shall his kingdom stand?" In other words, it cannot stand. And what we're seeing right now is the beginning, is a seed. The film Civil War is supposed to come out in April. Now, during this process of time, they tried to emulate real life situation with films, which is a predictive programming. And the predictive programming is some states are going to usurp, undermine the Union, which henceforth will bring a civil war. What can make the whole civil war become hot? Me and brother Gabar was talking about it. Matter of fact, during the election. Now, let's say Trump wins that, but they say they're not going to give it to him, or the ultimate thing, he gets assassinated. That will completely turn this place upside down. All right. Matter of fact, I'm not going to even put the other video in, but it shows you that this place is completely divided. Now, Esau always has been divided throughout his history. During the Renaissance period, he always been divided, but there was always some sort of thing to bring them back together. Now it's not going to bring them back together. This is end all to be all. Luke 12:49. It says, "I come to send fire on earth." This is Yahushua speaking, is in red. "I come to send fire on earth, and what will I if it already be kindled?" So this thing's already kindled right now. And this division is a clear disobedient of Texas, which until Texas has every right to do what they're doing, because it's their state that's in danger. You don't know who the hell you bring. You don't allow scriptures you don't allow any strangers to your house. That's in the scriptures. All right. You don't allow just anybody. I believe it's in the Apocrypha. Let me see if I can find that real quick, because it's starting to make sense now. Type in house. I don't know. I haven't read this in a while. I know the scripture says. So he's in Sirach. Well, Sirach 12:1 tells you to know who you do good to. You don't know who's coming over. All right. You just don't let any person come into your house, let alone your country. Yep, there it is. Sirach 11:29. "Bring not every man into thine house, for a deceitful man have many traits." All right. "Receive a stranger into thy house, and he will disturb thee and turn thee out of thine own." So this is what is a fair amongst the average American. Because, matter of fact, I wasn't even going to get all these scriptures I'm thinking of right now, but it's coming together. Habakkuk 2:9, I believe. It says, "Woe to him that covenants an evil covenants to his house." A covenant is what? To take somebody else's property. All right? To steal somebody else's property. Matter of fact, let me see what it says. Covenant. There it is. Hebrew word is batazai. Profit, unjust gain acquired by violence. right? It says, by an extension, gain unjust, unusually unjust, covetous, dishonest, gain, lucre, profit. So they're known for, matter of fact, since I'm talking about this, Micah 2 and 2. Well, I start at 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it's in the power of their hand, which is what? Passing laws. All right? Them passing laws. Who runs this world? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Who's destroying the borders of every country in the world? Esau, this new world order system. All right? It says, and they covered fields, so they stole land, right? They're land thieves, and take them by violence. They didn't take them by voting, all right? They didn't buy land. They stole every goddamn thing. And houses and take them away, so they oppress a man in his house, even a man of his heritage. All right, so this is what they have done throughout history. So what is their great fear? Like Malcolm X said, the roosters is coming to roost. They're coming to the roost. All right. Matter of fact, I start at 8, back in Micah 2 and 8, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. And this is their great fear. They spoiled, raped, robbed, and spoiled every single person. They don't want that to happen to them. All right, this is the good old boy land. Okay, so this is their great fear. It says, because men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. And they set it, they nest on high, up in space, because they know what's coming. The elites, they know exactly what's going on. They're the ones that's doing that. George Soros' death, all right, which is a blessing. Nobody can stand that devil. However, that devil put a lot of things in play, all right, and have turned the borders of each country. I forgot. I don't know what book it was. It said it. It not. I don't think it's in. But it said it that all borders, it would be taken down. That's part of their new world order. Was it the Judge Guystone? Let me see if it is. Salakia. I'm doing everything on a limb. I had something in mind, but let's see if it's still there. Georgia. Guide Stone. Let's see what it says. What was written in the Georgia Guidestone? All right, so we know maintain humanity under 500 million, the perpetual balance with nature, guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity, unite. So all this good, all this terrible stuff. Let me see if this says. I believe it says about borders, if I'm mistaken. I could be wrong. Yeah, of course, it's no longer there. Let me see something. Let me try something. What was written in Georgia Guidestone? It was a 10 Commandment thing. All right. Holy Lord, balance person's rights with social duties. Be not cancer on earth. Prize, truth, balance, rights. Avoid petty laws, usually useless officials that's throwing governments off. Let all nations rule internally. Resolve external dispute in world court. That's a whole new world order. Yeah, so it's not here, Slakia. I was trying to look, but they have something in the books where they stated that there's no more borders. All right, no more borders. So now they're doing it, but this is probably the only country that's gonna truly fight. I speak as a man. I know in Europe certain places did fought against that. When this whole war situation took place in the Middle East, a lot of them fled to Europe. But here in America especially, this is one of the last places on earth that's going to fight off this, because that pride, that American pride, and they don't want that revenge to take place onto them. Ultimately, it says, thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and they have sinned against thy soul. For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out that timber shall answer it. So everything's coming back to America. All right. Woe unto him that buildeth a town with blood, and establish a city by iniquity. Behold, is not the Lord of hosts, that the people shall labor in the very fire, and the people shall weary in themselves in very vanity? For the earth shall be filled with knowledge of the glory of the Lord, as waters covering the sea, which is going to take place. All right. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth the bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also, that mayest look on his nakedness. It says, thou art filled with shame for glory. So they tell you America is the land of opportunity and so forth, and they tell this fabricated ish, but not really the history of America and how they got everything, and now they want to fight for what's little left. So it shows you that the American people, they could sense it. They could feel it in the air that something's about to go down. All right, something major is about to go down. Let's get this real quick. 2 Ezra 15, 16. Yep. 2 Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. The world is talking about the people of the world. Flat out. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. One people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. So people are going to take arms to fight against other people. All right. There's going to be a great division at all levels. There's already a divide against different nations. There's already a divide against men and women. But when tribulation takes place, there's going to be a great division at all angles. All right. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. So they're not regarding what the federal government is stating. They're going to take matters into their own hands, because they feel, which is rightfully so, you just not going to let any stranger come to your house. All right. That's madness. If you just let a stranger, and here it is that these officials telling people to open up their doors to straight strangers. You don't even know they're murderers, killers, and anything like that. The reason why they're doing that is because they want to bring this order out of chaos. The chaos must come first. All right. The chaos must come first. This is what Esau is doing. He's bringing in massive chaos. It says, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So people are going to take their power, whatever they have, and they're going to fight against their system. Isaiah 19:2. I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and that's what's happening. America is nothing but, they say states, but this is all city states. These are all cities. All right. So Texas is going to fight off against the federal government, and Texas is not going to be the only state. All these borderline states are going to fight off against the government. They're going to remove themselves from the government because of the things that's going on. This is the great division that the Lord says is going to take place in these latter times. And slowly but for surely, the Lord is unveiling everything. And these people are going to take matters into their own hand. Thus saith the scriptures. There will be a civil war. There will be people against other people for food, just for survival. All right? Your American rights that we all bear from being born here, first, third, many generations, is going to be thrown out the window. You're going to be jealous when the person that just got here is getting more perks than you that was born here and paid taxes. Rightfully so. So there's a great division, and this is all part of the Lord's plan. The Lord's allowing this chaotic situation to take place, to take hold of this place. What they promoted of them being united is a play of words. They've never been united. And now we've seen that. It says, in kingdom against kingdom. One more, and I'm going to end it. So it's gonna be 2024 is gonna be a very interesting year. Matthew 24:6, and they shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And this is the exact stage that we are in. What's outside situations, wars. Oh, I just seen who put it? I believe a brother posted it that Turkey green light Sweden to be part of NATO. What's ironic was Turkey was strong against that for many for a long time. So they bend their arm, and Turkey eventually is going to turn on NATO as well. All right, but that's rumors upon rumors. And now we're seeing certain things that's taking place. For nation shall rise against nation. You know what? Let me see what it says in the NLT. I don't want to make this too long. Matthew's 7. Nation will go to war against nation, kingdom against kingdom. There shall be famines, earthquakes, in many parts of the world. So they got that wrong. The nation is not talking about as a nation, like they'll say United States is a nation. No, it's talking about a race war. All right. There's 18 nations that the Lord created. So nations are going to turn on other nations. There's going to be the East Indians that's going to stick together going against the Chinese. The Chinese are going to go against the Japanese, all American. All right. Obviously, everybody's going to come against the true Israelites, which are Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because there's going to be things that's going to cause great division. All right. There's going to be cause great division. And it says in kingdom against kingdom, which is literally talking about what? The kingdom of Russia. All right. USSR, however you want to call it, against NATO and their allies, United States involved, China, Iran, and so forth. It says, and there shall be famines, lack of bread. Okay, because a lot of these food comes from international. All right, it's all international. So a lot of that is gonna not come into the land. The people are gonna eat the reserve. They're already eating the reserves already. Things are not coming in like it used to be, which is gonna cause a panic, a famine. Then the pestilence on top of all that, disease X. X just means unknown. So they could use anything that under the book. They could bring back Ebola. They could bring back anything, and just say, "Oh, this is disease X." They could repackage it, make it more deadly, and say, "This is the disease X." So everything is right on par. And earthquakes in diverse places means different places. Earthquakes that's not places that are not known for having earthquakes. These are all signs of Yahushua coming back. These are all signs of him killing in that fire. So we right on par, right on schedule. It says, and all these are the beginning of sorrows, and all that sorrow has not even come yet. So great things are coming. The borders open. The Lord is allowing things to happen. This is beautiful, man. Great division. This is beautiful times to be born, man. Beautiful times. So with that being said, shalom to the elect of the nation.
Ourselves. Along the way, we discovered secret Chinese staging hotels, crossed through the world's deadliest jungle, embedded with an illegal alien caravan, rode the Mexican train of death, and finally, were kidnapped by the Gulf Cartel, just hundreds of feet from the United States border. This video will expose the entire illegal alien pipeline for what it is: a United Nations weaponized migration agenda, masquerading as an organic humanitarian crisis. This agenda directly benefits cartels and human smugglers, exposes the United States to incredible geopolitical threats, and could potentially usher in permanent one-party rule.